Monday, March 24th. Yu-Gi-Oh! Players all around the world still pissed the hell off. Why that is? We still do not have a ban list. I literally woke up this morning to go get me a nice massage at a nice massage place. It was awesome. Recommend getting you guys some massages. Mental health is important, but physical health is also important as well. Don't neglect yourself, guys. And I got on Facebook and Twitter and IG, and I'm seeing puking horse meme. Banless, 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 banless. It's almost like a Dave Chappelle skit when he was like, Dylon, 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 Dylon. If you know, you know. Where my Chappelle Show fans at? And for good reason. We definitely, in the TCG, are very impatient with Konami, but mainly because we love the game that we play. And a lot of us are just kind of sick of the format. A lot of you guys are sick of playing against Ryzel. I'm personally sick of the Fiendsmith engine. Some players are sick of Malice. We're all sick of something, and we just want Konami to fix the issues. And I do air quote fix because we know once we get a ban list, nothing's really going to be fixed because they can't hit Ryzel because it's still too new. It's going to get a slap on the wrist at best. If they follow the OCG trends, Malice is going to go untouched, especially considering Malice, in my opinion, tends to perform better at locals than it does in a big tournament scale. Like, yeah, it does good at regionals, and ain't nothing wrong with regionals. And it does good at YCS. It definitely tops YCS, but it doesn't just feel as powerful when you look at the percentages of Ryzel versus Malice. But locally, I feel like it's more powerful because it's a smaller event. I think Ryzel just outgrinds it because in the amount of times in the tournament where you have a majority of Ryzel players and a majority of Malice players, more Malice players are probably going to break more often than Ryzel players, which is why Ryzel tops more and does good more consistently. Despite the fact that, in my opinion, as a Ryzel player, the deck don't feel that powerful, like literally. And I don't even think it has anything to do with my skill, my deck. I set up my and I'm playing pure Ryzel. So maybe because I'm playing pure and not like Fiendsmith or Mitsurugi. I set up my board, I pass. My opponent always main deck freaking Metatronus, target detonator, main deck Book of Eclipse, combo off GG no. I'm like, I thought this was a freaking tier 0 deck. Why am I losing so much? Yeah, I can do cool things like chain detonator, pop himself, Eclipse bring him back, but you have rogue decks that are literally FTKs. People could say Ryzel is an FTK, but I don't think it is. Like literally, the board is not that out easy. I'm sorry, the board is not that hard to out if you're playing either a good rogue deck or another meta deck like a Malice or a Blue Eyes or whatever. Malice, on the other hand, I get the frustration because it's a layered board of protection. But I played against Malice enough to see if they don't open up Malice with Trap, or if they open up hands with like all Bishops, they're gonna have a hard time against majority of decks. So, and Blue Eyes, in my opinion, feels more oppressive than both at times because Blue Eyes with 3 hand traps and full combo is GG. I mean, I guess that's any deck, but Blue Eyes' biggest weakness is just going second and trying to break boards. So I say all that to say this, man. Mute my phone, so I don't want it going off like it always does in all my videos. I think the format, the reason why we don't have a ban list right now personally is because Konami probably just don't know what the hell to hit. And if we're being real right now, Ryzel, be real. Be real. Get out your emotions. I know a lot of you guys are like, dislike, unsubscribe, you're a meta player, ain't trying to hear what you're saying. I get it. I've played Rogue for a long time. I've played meta for a long time too, but people forget to remember the fact that, you know, Rogue Hero does play meta every once in a while. I played Fire Kings, which was a meta deck. I played Yugioh, which was a meta deck. You go on the past, I've personally played Monarchs. I played Full Power Wind Dust back in 2012. So me playing meta and Rogue, I switch between the two depending on if I like the deck or not. I'm telling you guys, just as a player who plays in the metagame competitively, these decks compare to decks like Full Power Pepe. I'm saying people literally compare Ryzel to Pepe. I'm like, they might be topping in numbers like Pepe did, but bro, I would much rather deal with Ryzel versus Full Power Pepe. But then again, I see stuff like the OCG did recently where they had a ban list tournament where they did everything unbanned and Full Power Ryzel was the better deck. So I don't know. Maybe it's a skill issue on my end. I'm gonna leave that for you to decide. I think honestly, man, all this hate for the format is just we're just tired. We just need things to change up. We need things to get shaken up. I personally don't believe the format is that bad. But I know Risel's overpowered. I know Malice is overpowered. I know Blue Eyes is technically overpowered. No one's gonna talk about that though. I think personally, Konami don't know what to do with the ban list, which is why we don't have one yet. I also know for a fact, or at least I heard through the grapevine some years ago. I don't know if it's still like this to this day, but I heard at least pre C19 or during the C19 era that Konami needs approval from the LCG. Konami TCG needs approval from the LCG on our ban list in order to give us the ban list. So let's say, for example, I'm a Konami rep, and maybe some of you former Konami reps can confirm it in the comment section down below. Unless you guys are on like what's the word I'm looking for? Unless you guys are on that one of those things where you signed something saying, hey, I can't really speak about how Konami run their practices. If one of you guys anonymously, an anonymous Konami rep can confirm or deny if this is true or not. I heard through the grapevine some years ago that Konami has to submit the ban list to LCG. OCG has to approve it or disapprove it and talk to them about everything before it gets to us. So a lot of this waiting on the ban list can just literally be Konami TCG waiting for the LCG to say, hey, here's the TCG ban list. Go have fun. Post it when you guys want to post it. Or the OCG, since it is their game, they just making us wait just to get on our damn nerves. Stranger things happen in the world. Nothing surprises me anymore with these companies because they have to know, like, they see the puking horse memes. They know we complain, but at the end of the day, the people in Japan running the game, they have the final say-so on everything that comes out of our game. No matter if it's TCG, OCG, they have the final say-so. So we'll get the ban list when they're ready to give it to us. I remember one time we annoyed them so much, they gave us a ban list, and I don't know, I forgot what year this was, but it was such a small ban list with like 2 or 3 hits. People were like, really? Like I'm pretty sure if you guys check my ban list reactions somewhere in the archives on my channel, you guys see me be like, really, that's it? 3 changes? That's it? And you didn't even hit the meta deck? Like, people was pissed. But I think that happens multiple times throughout the years with Yu-Gi-Oh! And ban lists in general. So, yeah, we just gotta wait for the LCG to give it to us because they the ones who approve everything. And if Konami TCG say, hey, we want to make the game balance for the TCG players. How about we do XYZ? OCG is like, no, 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 no. We have to push this product, sell, sell, sell. Worry about that other BS later. That's how companies work. It's supply and demand. Everything's really just the bottom line at the end of the damn day. And we're not really going to get anything consistent until Konami see their bottom line hit. And due to sets still selling out and due to people still attending events in record numbers, the bottom line ain't hit yet. Enough players ain't frustrated outside of sending puking horse memes. They ain't frustrated enough to make Konami make a change. Unless they did last year, but don't do that. Don't harass Konami. They'll give it to us when they give it to us. I'm not trying to be a shill. It's just I'm being mature about the situation. Ain't really nothing we can do about it, but we definitely need a ban list. We definitely should have a ban list. Like I said in most of my ban list videos, check my ban list prediction videos out, by the way. Smith engine off the rip. I think Rilo should get a smack on the wrist. Like, obviously, EXT the one. If they want to hit it right away, Bonfire the one. I think Malice need consistency hits as well. I would love to see Dormouse get hit the one. I would love to see Allure of Darkness get hit the one. Some of the best shields limited to one as well, just to make the deck a little weaker, so that way we don't have a Malice overtake in the format. But knowing Konami, TCG, and they know their market more than we do. We like to think we know everything about Konami, but we don't. They know us better than we know ourselves at times, which is why we still play this game 20 years into it. At least I'm speaking for myself. A lot of you guys might be newer to the game within the past couple of years. I've been playing since the beginning. A lot of you guys are boomers like me in this game, and that's a lot of the reason why this game has lasted 20 years. No game lasts as long as Yu-Gi-Oh! Has lasted without the company knowing the player base. I mean, some might call it luck because they hooked us in at kids in a time in the early 2000s where the world was different and it was easier to hook kids than it is now. However, with that being said, the fact that they managed to keep the game going long just shows a testament to how good they are with manipulating their own market and keeping their players hook, line, and sinker. So, what should we do about this? What we shouldn't do is send puking horse memes. What we should do is just be patient, wait it out. We should let them know we should give them feedback. Like they posted something about YCS Houston on Twitter today, and I just commented very respectfully saying, "Hey, look, man, can you at least tell us when we're gonna get a ban list? If you guys don't want to release the ban list, at least say, hey, these are the dates for the ban list for the year. Go back to giving us ban list dates. I think that'd be a big improvement to the game overall because no player frustration. We know what to expect, and we know when to sell off the decks that we invested a lot of money into. Now, obviously, no one told us to put money into these decks, but since we are putting money into these decks to play this competitive game, people should know, okay, my deck might get hit in June. It's not guaranteed. Let me sell off everything now, pick up a deck that just came out so that way I can stay ahead of the metagame and stay strong. And people who still want to play those decks and hope it don't get hit, they can do that. I think, honestly, it'd be a lot better, but Konami don't want to do that. But I'm a big pusher of maybe people say, hey, Konami, at least give us banless dates. If they want to give us banless twice a year, let us know. Like, I'm personally tired of the format, honestly, just for different reasons. Like I said, I'm tired of Fiendsmith stuff. I'm tired of old stuff. You guys know I'm a believer of set rotation. I'm a believer of block format. And the way I look at Yu-Gi-Oh, we're essentially in a block format. Yeah, you can play your old deck from 10 years ago, but it's a good chance that deck is shit. Let's just be real. The deck's not good. You're gonna go to locals and get screwed over by somebody playing Fire Kings or whatever modern road deck like Memento or Goblin Bikers, which are really good decks. They just get outshined by decks like Ryzo and Malice. But at the same time, in the hands of the right player, those decks can still do good and cook. So that's also why I kind of look at the most players in the game with the side eye, because I'm like, yeah, Ryzo and Malice are the best decks. Obviously, Blue Eyes is good too. But bro, I play a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh, especially when I'm in YCS prep. And I know I'm not the best player at all the time. I do misplay a lot. But a lot, when you have a good player with a rogue deck, and it's a rogue deck that's powerful, like a White Forest, a freaking Mementos, Goblin Bikers even. Those players cook meta decks a lot. Mainly because we don't know what the hell those decks are doing, but also because those decks are powerful and those players cooked up the recipe to make the deck work. Same thing with Mermail. I remember going into this format back in October, no one really expected Mermail to be that good. We knew it was solid, but we didn't think it was going to be as good as it is now. Fast forward, bro, Mermail's in like one of the top 5 best decks of the format just because of how oppressive it is. They literally have a card. Look in your opponent's hand, rip a card into end phase. That alone makes the combo deck worth running. The only thing about Mermail is if your opponent has draw and they draw you, you're kind of cooked. Or if your opponent just, have one of them hands where even if you look at their hand, you just lose, you're just going to lose. Or if you just misplay, you're just going to lose. So anyway, man, I don't want to ramble too long. This is today's video. It's your boy Rogue, here Rogue. Bring you guys another discussion topic for Yu-Gi-Oh! And I'm signing out. Peace. See you guys in the next video. Peace.